And with just 2 weeks to go, just over 2 weeks to go, until voters hit the polls, the race is on for candidates in Hamilton East-Stoney Creek to win over voters. Emily Taylor was in the riding today and joins us live in studio with the details. Emily.
Matt, the riding of Hamilton East-Stoney Creek has changed a little bit this election. It now includes part of Upper Stoney Creek that was previously part of the Flamborough-Glanbrook riding. I spoke with the Liberal and Conservative candidates today. One says tariffs is the biggest issue on the ballot, while the other is focusing his campaign on affordability.
Crazy stuff
we've
about
done all that
the 51st state and all that nonsense.
Right.
Sporting his elbows up button and a Team Canada jacket, Liberal incumbent Chad Collins knocked on doors in East Hamilton today. CHCH News asked what the top issue is he's hearing from constituents.
Trump tariffs, it's Canada-U.S. relations. I think had we, I answered this question maybe 3 or 4 months ago, it would have been housing, affordability, and health care. Those issues still come up.
Collins says the riding of Hamilton East-Stoney Creek has more Unifor union members than anywhere else in the Golden Horseshoe, and he's hearing a lot of anxiety from steelworkers and auto manufacturers, similar to when the pandemic hit in 2020.
And so the discussions that we've had with both the locals and with, when I say locals, I mean the union representatives, and as well as the steel company operators and others, is how do we put a Canadian plan in place that provides that safety net for those workers who have been impacted by Trump tariffs.
Conservative candidate Ned Couric is a lifelong Stoney Creek resident.
The main reason why I'm running this time around is simply put to restore the Canadian promise. That promise is that if you work hard, every generation should do better than the one before it.
Couric says he's seen how the rising cost of housing and groceries has impacted his own family.
So my oldest son was fortunate enough to get a job at Taylor Steel. 10 years ago, he could have walked into any bank and home ownership would have been easy. He would have got a mortgage and he could have bought a home with that paycheck. Now, I don't know when he's going to move out of the Bay. Not that I want him to, but we talk about that stuff. We talk about his budgeting and his paycheck, and there's not enough for him to move out, so he's got to save a lot of money.
The solution? Couric supports the Conservatives' plan to remove the industrial carbon tax, cut income taxes, and lower taxes for seniors earning an income. NDP candidate Naila Mithani was not available for an interview today. In a statement, she tells CHCH News, "I'm running because I care about working and middle-class families who are really struggling right now to be able to afford everyday life." She points to the NDP's campaign promises to cap grocery prices and ensure every Canadian has a family doctor. The Green Party will not have a candidate on the ballot in this riding. Canadians head to the polls on April 28th, and advance voting begins next Friday.